It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag. Piranha. They probably are related to the piranha. Ever seen a piranha? It looks just like one of these guys with teeth. There's a shiner. I just saw a shiner. There he is. There's that shiner right there. There's one. There's one. There's one. I got one. Hee 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 hee. He's a nice one. A little small, but he's alright. Alright, I gotta go finish that freaking RV mess. Stinks to high heaven. Yeah, what a disaster. I gotta get all this wood. Everything's coming out. No more wood. It sucks up too much moisture. And it be stinking. I haven't had time to even smell this thing with that frickin' leak I've been dealing with. And then I was mentioning, see that wear on the cam follower? That's another reason it wasn't touching good. Yes, ooh, see, looks good. Uh-oh, look at that float. Here's the problem right there. Oh, now it's working. What's going on? No, that ain't right. It's working, but it ain't right. So I'm gonna try the old flashlight test here. See how nice and bright it is. The high speed, wide open. But if you look, to me it looked like somebody beat the hell out of that thing trying to get it out. Or is it my imagination? Is it all beat up? Look at the brass. It's a pretty big size orifice for that little motor, isn't it? But it's feeding 2 cylinders, so I'm gonna get over to my storage unit and pick up the throttle gear with a stop on it. But I'm gonna guess it ain't a real problem as this. That floats way too high. The drop looks good. Might be a little low. Look, the needle wasn't even hanging on. So I did finally come across my little tool kit here, the welding tip cleaner tool. Comes in all different sizes and perfect for cleaning these carbs. You gotta get that slow speed circuit in there. I can't see if there's, I need my heavy duty flashlight. The sun is almost coming out. Oh yeah, baby, I can see now. So this one's got 2 holes on. One on this side, one on that side. Oh, there's 3 holes in there, okay. Yeah, no, you know, no amount of spray is going to clean these out. You gotta poke them. Come on, wire. Boom. That's all you gotta do, poke them. Get a little puddle going in there and watch it drain. See, that's why this thing wasn't idling. They're not draining very good. Should go like right through them little holes and out the front. Well, I've been blowing this thing with the compressor, and I still can't tell if there's anything coming through them little holes. So what I'm going to try put me some soapy water in there and see if I can get some bubbles coming out. A little dish soap. See if they're, you know, blow in there, see if I can see some bubbles bubbling out, because I can't tell what's going on. You know, you can barely get your finger in there. What I usually do on a bigger carb is put my finger in over the holes and you can feel it. Man, I can't get it in there far enough. That's probably way too much. But I don't care. Let's see, maybe it'll just dribble out. I don't see nothing. So let's give it a little blowsy wosy. Ooh, I heard something. But nothing's coming through them holes. Huh. Now this hole right here feeds through. Put my finger over that. Ugh. Nothing. That's weird. It's so weird, Mr. Carter. This thing was going in there real deep on the first little hole. Now it's not. Wow, it's not going in this one either anymore. It was going in real deep. There it goes. That's what I'm saying. No amount of frickin' spray is going to get in there. It's got dawn on it. Let's fit it with some real air here. Cover this hole. Yeah, it looks kind of wet. Yeah, it came out, looks like it came out of the biggest hole. Get a couple of drops of water in there. Alright! I took the hose, put the nozzle on here, covered this hole, opened the nozzle up, and you can see it shooting out the two little holes now. So I blow it all out with the brake cleaner. Should be good to go. I did it again with the friggin' video camera, talking to nobody. I'll go over real quick what had happened. Unbelievable. I wasn't getting any fuel coming through my little low-speed circuit in the top three little holes up here, top of the carb. And I threw a couple of drops of Dawn in there and reamed everything out with the little reaming tool, and still didn't seem to be coming out. So I went over, took the hose, stuck the nozzle right here, turned the hose on, boy, and psh, was shooting out of the two little holes and the third one in the back. So it was all cleaned out, and then I did my test where it drained. Still looked like it was draining a little slow, so I did it again, and the second time it was shooting through real hot and heavy. So then what was happening here, the little clip that hangs onto the needle was on upside down. That's why the float was sticking up like this before. So I flipped that over, put it on, and everything's all cleaned out, sprayed out, ready to go, putting it back together here. And I adjusted the drop on it. It was a little bit low in my opinion. And I bent the little tab, brought it up a little bit. And I look over at the camera and it said stand by. And I'm like, it's not going to be one of them days. Please don't let it be one of them days. Okay, darlings. Here we have the prop number 1, the original prop. Now, as you can see, this thing, look how it almost hits the table. More rake. See how high this one is. But you see the difference? See the long rake on this? Well, this doesn't come quite as far. Now, this was the first prop I tried. It's only 17 pitch. And it was hitting 34 miles an hour at 6,200 RPM. with the deck. So this prop is in range of everything I've tried so far. This prop, this was hitting 33 miles an hour at 5,000 RPM with the deck. After I took the deck out, I didn't take the whole thing out, just the first front part of it. This prop did 35 miles per hour at 5,400. But it's still not in range because I'm lightening the boat. It's supposed to go as high as you can, then start putting the weight back in the boat, bring you back down in your range. But I did gain 2 miles an hour just by pulling that front piece of the deck off. This prop has outperformed all the props, including the new Solus 13 by 19. This thing has been shaved over the years. It's no longer 13 diameter, it's 12 and a half. This is 13. This is 13 and 3/4. Alright. 3/8, excuse me. 13 3/8 by 17. So the newest prop that's out there, pull the entire deck out, 35 miles an hour at 54. The same as this prop. So they're pretty close to each other. And like I said, if I was, you know, if the boat was going to stay the way it's going to stay, then I'd be pretty close to the range. But it ain't going to stay that way. I got to start putting everything back in. So right now, this is the best prop to go with, just be in the range I want to be in. Although it's 17 pitch, I'm not getting the speed out of it I did with this puppy. You know, I don't want to keep spending tons of time on props and money and dingity. I want to get my boat back together. So probably just going to go with the 17 pitch. Was doing 34 with the whole entire deck. Put the lighter deck back in where I wanted to go, and then somewhere down the road I'll pick up a more aggressive prop. Like I've been saying the whole time, it wasn't about how fast I was going, it was about how fast I ended up going. I want to try this puppy now that the deck is out. Should be picking up a little bit more speed. So real quick, just measure this one here from eyeball center. Yeah, see, this is out. This is only 6 inches. So this thing is not 13 and 3/8. It's been buzzed off. So this is only 12 diameter now. That's the problem with buying used older props. They get buzzed down, but it's in the range. So I'm gonna put it back on. I'm gonna try and tap some of this out, I think. All right, she's on there. I tell you, if that thing was 13 and 3/8, 17, I think it would be perfect. It's still gonna be fine. The whole point is I want to get the weight back in the boat. I want to get my deck back in, not the old one, a new one. We need to get the paint done. You know, I want to be fishing, not screwing around with this stuff all the time. Alright, let's try a quickie. that thing had to have been buzzed down over the years and had been at 13 3/8, it would have been beautiful. But it's much smoother prop, stainless. It's got the pickup. Doesn't feel as, you know, it's not a head jerker. But I'm just going to leave that on until I find a new prop. This thing at 6,235, I start putting the weight back in. You know, I'll do 32, 33, hopefully with a full boat. And you know, I'm not looking to run this thing crazy. Just miss that feeling this boat has. See, with this thing too, you know, it's so much different with this prop. It's amazing. On that aluminum prop, man, it's just too spooky just to hit it. On this thing, man, I can just hit it. You know? What was that? Is that the prop spitting out or cavitating? Jesus, man, just can't freaking win here. I think I may have just spun this prop out. Did you hear that? That was horrible. Well, I just took it for another buzz. And I guess I just had it up too high. It was just cavitating a little bit. That was scary sounding. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Alright, so right here on this cam follower, there's a groove that's been more in there. You see right there's a pretty good sized dent from rubbing on the cam. So I was thinking, buzz that out a little bit, maybe drop a little JB weld in there, smooth it out, because that will affect everything.
Oh yeah, baby.